Hey y'all, hey, for those of you who do not know me, I am KT Braxton, but in the kitchen, I get to just be Kenny. Welcome to Kenny's Kitchen Therapy. So today was already a makeup day because last week was a rough week. I was under the weather and I have a ton of work that I need to catch up on. So I was doing a little bit of that. And I also need to restock my freezer for my emergency meals, for when I'm really busy or for when things come up because life happens. So today we're making one of my favorite freezer meals, which is my veggie lasagna. So let's get into it. Today moved a little bit swifter because I almost always have stuff in the freezer. Okay, it's my mom say I'm like my great Aunt Ernestine of my generation because she always has a pound cake in the freezer. You come and visit, she gonna send you home with a cake more than likely. Like just randomly have it. I normally have cookie dough, possibly baked cookies, cake, whether it's whole or slices or pie, sauces, meals, whatever. I usually always have something in my freezer, so I'm stocking for that. All right, so I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil in my little skillet. This is also oven safe. I love this. I found it at TJ Maxx. I was going to visit one of my best friends, my ride or die. Okay, shout out to my ROD and creative partner, Tiffany TV Dupree. And we ended up doing an episode, if you seen Brunch at Tiffany's, and I needed a skillet. She didn't have certain stuff because she doesn't cook like that. She has what she needs. And I'm like, do you have an oven safe skillet? I'm like, well, how am I going to make this Dutch pancake without I mean, you can make it, you can figure it out, but it's best with an oven safe skillet. So this baby has been with me. It has made it in a carry-on to New Jersey and back, and years later I'm still rocking with this wonderful pan that I found randomly at TJ Maxx. So this is my sausage blend. I want y'all to look at this because soon y'all will be able to purchase my spices with Kenny's 622 Trowbridge. So I want y'all to look at this. Look how gorgeous. I'm really excited about it. So please be sure to subscribe to Kenny's 622 Trowbridge so you do not miss the drop that is coming. Literally actively working on it. So, all right, commercial break over. Back to the beat. All right. So I got my olive oil going. While that's heating, it won't take long. We're just going to dump the ground turkey. I usually use ground chicken, but you can use beef if you want to. I know when I did more so traditional lasagna for my friend, for her family when she had knee surgery, I did a ton of meals for her so she could have for her family in the freezer since she was out of commission due to knee surgery. And I did, with the homemade noodles, just made some lasagna noodles, and I used beef and pork pepperoni, when today I'm using turkey pepperoni. So I normally use chicken and turkey. Today is turkey on turkey. And that is A-okay. All right, we're just going to dump that in there. Boom. I'm going to let it do what it do, but in the meantime, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of this, about a nice little heaping spoonful of that sausage blend. And I'm also going to add cinnamon. I know you like, why would you add cinnamon to a meat sauce? Because I already have sauce that's going to go in here. It adds so much depth of flavor. It's just really good. Y'all trust me. And if you don't trust me, that's your business because you're the one that's got to eat it, okay? Groceries ain't cheap, all right, at all. So I'm going to let this cook down. I'm just going to break it up a little bit to help it along the way. Boom. All right, good people. So I just made some fresh ricotta. It didn't take long. Honestly, all I got to do is boil some milk, okay, with a little pinch of salt. Add some citrus. Not that deep. Strain it in some cheesecloth and we'll go from there. I didn't get this too dry, but it's not soupy, so this is a pretty good texture. As you can see, still kind of moistened, and like I literally just made it where it just cooled off enough for me to put it in the fridge. But we're gonna make our filling. So I have an egg here. We're just gonna dump that in because bam, a wham, bam, bam, a bam, balam. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of pepper because duh. A little pinch of sea salt. You can use pink Himalayan if you want. That's kind of my jam. That and Celtic sea salt. I'm just going to do a little bit. I don't want it to be too much because we're going to have cheese in the filling. That might have been not enough. So make sure you're not over salting. But again, because once you put it in, you can't take it out. However, when you under salt, you typically can add more. But lasagna is a little bit different because the filling is already in there. So we're going to taste that sauce in just a minute. We're going to put some of this fresh parsley in there. Just dump it. I'm going to add a little bit of nutmeg because it's wonderful and savory. It is not just a pear of cinnamon. I told y'all. Y'all better listen. And, of course, some onion powder. Well, you knew onion and garlic powder was coming because I'm black. That's the only answer I got. Y'all can't even see it. Why y'all ain't tell me y'all couldn't see it? You see me? Boom. Till it feels right. It's how much you add. Okay? And we're going to do some dried basil. If you have fresh basil, then by all means, hook it up. Okay? Bam. Give it a nice stir. Super simple. And it's going to be so yummy. All right. You don't have to over stir, but make sure that egg is nicely distributed. You don't want crazy looking lasagna or crazy tasting. Okay, this is a nice comfort meal that just makes you feel good about yourself. You're getting your veggies in there, so it's less guilt. So if I have any keto people, this could be a good option for you also. Yeah, this could be a really good option. Actually, when I was doing meal prep regularly, unfortunately, still have not resumed that service. We need a little bit more help before I can commit to that. We've been focusing on private dining and pop-ups and getting ready for our treat box launch, the spice blend launch, and a couple other things up our sleeve. So, got a lot of things going on, all while I manage Braxton Management and Young Not Foolish LLC. So y'all pray for me. If you paper Bible saved, as my cousin would say. But we got that going. Let's check on our meat sauce. All right, y'all. So I've added all of my red sauce, but I will tell you for this, I actually added some carrots and turned it into my carrot marinara. This was a triumph for me because carrots marinara was the first time I ever got my nephew to eat carrots, y'all. Baby, I want you to understand how triumphant that moment was. I made some homemade pizza dough, and I had the sauce made already when he got here. And the kid is very finicky, doesn't like even, it drives me bonkers sometimes. Like, it really does a little bit. But I get him here and I say, baby, you want to make pizza when you come over? Because he spent the night. And, you know, be excited when he comes to Auntie's house. So this night we made pizza. But I had to think smart. I said, I need all of this done already. So I let him help me kind of roll out dough. Actually, I might have rolled it out for him. But, you know, he put his sauce and cheese on there. And because he finicky, I cut it in fours and had him try a bite of one of the quarters of the pizza, even though it wasn't that big. Because this little finicky little baby wasn't about to waste my money because groceries cost money. Okay, I need you to understand. And so, he was, I'm like, you like it? He like, yeah. I'm like, you sure you're going to eat all of it? So my baby ate the whole thing. Okay. I waited till he was good and done and it was gone. Okay. He's satisfied. We watching a movie or whatever. I think it was almost bath time. And I said, guess what? I said it was carrots in the sauce. I took him home the next day. He was telling his parents and his nana. And he said, guess what? It was carrots in the sauce. And I've never seen him really eat a whole carrot other than that. But made progress. Okay, so Auntie wins. All right, y'all. We're going to do a taste test of this before we build it because this is where all the flavor is. So we kind of need to know if it's delicious or not. All right, let's find out And you can make it as saucy as you want, but you do want to have a little bit of stability, especially since you don't have the noodles. So it's not per se as precise in layering, whereas with noodles, it's already measured out and things like that. So let's give this a taste. And do y'all see it was pajama day since I was working from home today, catching up. I didn't even realize it was a snow day because I hadn't checked the weather because I didn't plan on leaving today. And it's definitely a blizzard outside. And guess who forgot she got a roll of trash out today? This girl. But anywho, it's going to be all right, praise the Lord. But yes, it was pajama day. So I wore a pair of my favorite pajamas thanks to my best friend, Bree. Because y'all know I love the girls. Okay. That was hot, but it's delicious. Yes. It's delicious. And the carrots actually add a depth of flavor. So even though I'm hiding it in there, so to speak, it adds such a great flavor. This is a really good option if you have smaller kids or even if you have big kids who aren't that keen on a lot of vegetables. Because I don't even really like carrots. But, here's the glasses. However, if you're not that keen on it, this is a really great option, especially since, you know, tomatoes, bell peppers, and onions, yes, that has some nutrients, but you want to kind of bulk that up a little bit so you're really getting something out of it, okay? Now, we're almost ready to start assembling. Let me grab my pans. So because this is a freezer meal and I don't want to, even though you can use some Pyrex, there are some other dishes that I do use to freeze, but I might do 2 of these. So I'm going to go with this, and I don't want to make a larger pan because I typically just cook for me when I'm home unless I have people over. So I don't want to have a ton and then have to dread eating all the leftovers no matter how delicious it is. So let's go. I have a piece of foil, then some parchment paper, so that way once this freezes solid, I can wrap it up really well, put it in a plastic bag. I've recently discovered some reusable plastic bags that I love, so much less plastic waste. But I can have that in the freezer and go on about my day, and it can literally go from freezer to oven just like that. And I love it. So convenient, especially when you're always working. So here we go. Let's get some of this. We're going to get some of this sauce at the bottom. Bam. All right. Just going to coat it. Y'all know what it is. Here we go. And we're going to go with some zucchini. I'm going to use the sturdier ones a little bit at the bottom. Give a little bit more structure. And if you like eggplant, then by all means, do you get you some eggplant in there. It's just not my jam. Okay, so we're going to get this zucchini just like that. Boom. We're going to take that ricotta filling. Y'all know how to layer, okay? But I'm going to tell you anyway. I don't want a ton, like a big old glob of this because I'm not a huge cheese person. Yeah, I'm not a huge cheese person, so I'm going to make it easy on myself, get a nice good layer. I have a little bit of Romano. Okay. And I'm going to save the Parmesan for the top. Give it that nice goldy, delicious, kind of crusty situation. Alrighty, get some mozzarella going. Bam. I'm even going to add a little bit more parsley because I have it and I don't want to waste it. And then I'm going to use the rest of it in this pasta dish I'll be making soon. Then I'm going to do some more sauce. Oh, yes. Yummy. Okay. Get that nice meat sauce going. You guys, let's not forget the uncured pepperoni, because what's lasagna without the roni? And just like that, you guys, we have a veggie lasagna ready to go in the freezer. It can go from freezer to oven whenever you are ready. Let me know if you try it. Let me know what you do. Be sure to subscribe to Kenny 622 Trowbridge. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe for this video. Or if you're watching on Instagram, be sure to follow us and tell your friends. But I cannot wait to launch the spice blends so you can cook along and make some good stuff with me. So from my kitchen to yours, if no one has shown you I love you from the bottom of my heart, but my God loves you better, you be blessed.